Hey everybody, welcome to Module 2, the Neuroscience of Gratitude. For the next 3 weeks, and I know that is a long time, 3 weeks, we are going to really work to understand how gratitude practices, which all tend to be pretty simple in nature, have the ability to rewire our brains towards optimistic thinking. We're really going to be looking at what the research tells us, what the neuroscience tells us to understand how we as humans have the ability to guide our brains through practices to just more naturally see the positive in things. And so the way I think about it is, how cool is it that we maybe our natural set point is a more pessimistic, negative place, or maybe things that have happened in our lives have caused us to get into a negative mindset. And sometimes negative mindsets can be self-protective, and that if we expect the worst, then we're not disappointed, which, by the way, it doesn't actually work, but that's how we sometimes think. And so then we can get ourselves really into a habit of negative thinking that then that becomes the lens through which we see the world. So the whole idea then with the neuroscience of gratitude is we can change that. And I love the idea that that is within our reach through simple practices. So we're gonna really this week try to get a foundation on that. Here's the other major thing that I'm gonna introduce this week, and so you'll see it in later assignments. Our big project for the entire semester is going to be something called the Catalyst Expedition Project. And I want you to, early in the semester, really understand what this is so that you're already brainstorming what that might look like. The idea is that you're gonna, as you're becoming a positive psychology expert, you're gonna look out into the world and you're gonna find a group of people who face challenges. Maybe you know that we have so much war going on our earth right now. Maybe it's people who have been displaced due to war. Maybe it's people who have suffered due to natural disaster. Maybe it is people who are who live in domestic violence situations, people who have lost a family member and dealing with intense, complicated grief. You're going to pick a group of people, and then ultimately you're going to pick a positive psychology concept that could really benefit these people. It's not going to take away their suffering. It's not going to fix their problems, but it could ease some of the emotional distress that they feel. And then you're going to build something, whether it's a website, a 4-week support group, an interactive journal, an app for a phone that would allow them to engage this positive psychology concept. So we're really going to begin brainstorming this project out here in Module 2, and we're going to work on it all semester. You know, so many of the practices and theories that we're going to learn this semester, we're going to practice on ourselves, and that would be a little self-serving just to use this, all that we're learning about positive psychology, to benefit ourselves. And so what I love about this project is it's a way to also give back and acknowledge that a lot of people out in the world face challenges, and here's a way that we can offer some support. A lot of times people choose to focus on something that maybe hits close to home, and that's great, but sometimes we choose things that we want to just know more about, because you are going to research the group that you are focusing on so that you can present to us why the positive psychology theory or practice could really be of benefit to them. All right, so just throwing that out there. You'll come across that this week too as we get further into the week. And so my question to you that you'll twist me is, just as we're starting this unit on gratitude, tell me just one thing. It could be small, it could be big, but just one thing that you're grateful for. And I'll share you my one thing. My son just happened to be home from college for a whole week this past week because the weather, they had a bunch of snow in Memphis, and then it started to melt, and then all the pipes burst, and so the college campus where he goes to school, Rhodes, they lost water, and so they sent everybody home for the week. And I felt bad for him because of course he wants to be away at school, enjoying himself and learning and all that, and living in the dorm, but it was nice to have him home. And today's happens to be my husband's birthday, so last night we went out for a big birthday celebration, and because we don't get to do that with him all the time because he's away at school, it was just like, you know, I sat at that table and just felt a lot of gratitude that we got to just have that meal together before he left. So look forward to hearing your thing. Hope you're having a great week. Reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns.